Imposter syndrome is the feeling that you get when you're worried you're going to be found out to be a fraud because you're doubting your skills, capabilities, and achievements that you have. As I'm sitting here trying to tell you about my feelings of imposter syndrome, I am absolutely feeling it myself. But I persevere, and I act as if this will succeed and as if it is a good thing to be sharing, and I know that to be true. Hi, today I'm going to give you some tips on how you can address imposter syndrome. I'm Jen Elkow, Director of Product Management at Skedulo, and today I'm going to be sharing with you some things that I wish I had known earlier in my career and things that I'm applying today when I have the feelings of imposter syndrome. So first of all, imposter syndrome is a good thing, and don't let that stop you. In fact, if you're doing something new and stretching yourself and learning and growing, you haven't done this before. And that feeling of imposter syndrome, lean into that. That's a feeling that you are actually on the right path. And maybe you're new to tech and you're feeling imposter syndrome because you haven't grown up thinking that you're going to be in tech compared to other people who might have significantly more time in the industry. But that's okay. Really, what's important is that you persevere and continue. So the second thing that I do is I reframe my imposter syndrome and I turn that into my superpower. And this is why it's so important to persevere regardless. Because nobody has your experience, nobody has your unique point of view, your history, your industry knowledge, and where you've come to, that whole rich collection of experiences that you have to bring to the table. Nobody has that except for you. So when you think about this, what is your unique perspective that you're able to bring? What is your unique worldview, your history, your passions that you're bringing to the table? So the third tip that I'm going to be sharing with you today is ask the question anyways. Take 5 seconds of courage to bring it up and ask the question. Now this is where I feel imposter syndrome the most, is when I have a question, and in particular with a large group of people. I question, should I know this answer? Will other people think I should know the answer? And then absolutely I feel like, am I going to be found out to be a fraud because I don't know the answer to this? But actually what I've come to appreciate is if I have that question, and if you have the question, you are in your position because you are intelligent and capable, and this is why you are where you are today. And therefore, the question you have, other people likely have the same question. And by asking it, everyone is able to have better understanding of the situation around them. These are some things that I use when I'm thinking about addressing imposter syndrome. You are not going to overcome imposter syndrome. Instead, use it as your guide. Think about it as an indication that you're on the right path and you're growing and learning. What is your unique perspective that you're bringing that contributes to your superpower? And take the 5 seconds of courage and ask the question anyways. Now, if this is the first time you're hearing this phrase, hopefully something in here struck a chord. If it did, certainly there's lots of other authors that also are talking about this and lots of other information out there that you can look into and learn from. And regardless if you've heard this before or you're already very familiar with this, know that if you're part of this group that's feeling imposter syndrome, you're on the right path and you're doing great. It's fantastic that you're still taking the leap anyways and not letting it stop you. Good luck.